And today we're reacting to MrBeast situation is bizarre. Not saying anybody needs to be, you know, taking any heat or flack, but not gonna lie, y'all call me Kai Glazer. You know, these people need to catch a little bit too, bruh. Just throwing people into stuff and calling people name out that's not a part of it. You know, but it's just unnecessary. And I feel like MrBeast and Aiden did a bad job at that. That being said, let's get into it. Put some Twitch streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5, 6 p.m. Let's do it.
Cookie? Thank you so much.
It was MrBeast. Invited me over his house and gambled away all of my Bitcoin. The rabbit hole goes much deeper, and I'm talking to you right now, Jimmy. Only you for what you did to me.
Hello. This is another video filmed inside the urine-soaked bathrooms, apparently. I'm still trying to work on some kind of backdrop. At the minute, it's not working out too great. Now, I am talking about MrBeast. I love talking about MrBeast. It is the best way for your video to easily do a 1 out of 10 in the...
It's the best way to get your video to pop. I have those people on my channel. I feel like y'all tell me who else, but I feel like Travis Hunter. If there's something like actually going on with Travis Hunter, Kai Cenat, who else? It might be MrBeast sometimes, depending on what's going on. MrBeast jacking it situation. Who else, y'all? I know I'm missing somebody. At one point, Aaron the plumber was banging. I feel like I'm missing somebody, y'all. Y'all tell me who.
YouTube studio. Now, I've made many videos about MrBeast, but this one is probably the strangest by far because he basically didn't do anything wrong. So on the 10th of August, Milad actually posted a video called Trust Nobody. And in this video, he talked about some pretty bad happenings. So apparently, when he was early into his content creation era, he was approached by a very large YouTuber and asked him if they wanted to collaborate on a project together.
When I first started out on YouTube, I had another YouTuber reach out to me to collab, and I'll never forget this for the rest of my life.
He said yes, because again, if you're the smaller YouTuber in this scenario, you'll probably say yes in most cases, because again, if you're collabing with someone larger than you, you're always going to benefit more. And so the two ended up collabing, but then things seem to have taken a turn for the worst. Milad was apparently invited back to the YouTuber's house, and then they hung out for a bit, and apparently then the scary vice of gambling was brought up.
They invited me over to their house after our collab, and we had a great time, but somehow the conversation of gambling came up.
By the way, as many of you know, I'm in Australia right now. Apparently, Australia has the highest gambling loss in the world. That still blows me away. I did a quick search, and apparently Australia only has 1% of the world's population, but 18% of the world's poker machines. And they have the biggest loss per capita, losing $25 billion a year. And
25 billion. They got the everything rigged out there in Australia, huh? I feel like it's all rigged, bro. I want to start playing blackjack, but I was too scared to play it at the casino. People in suits standing there. I got a regular t-shirt on. I'm supposed to be up here with people in suits. I just know something ain't right. And then when I played with one dude with suits at the roulette table, even though I know he ain't got nothing to do with my bet, but you know, I play at the roulette table, dude with a suit come up, start playing. Why I lose all my money fast as him? And he winning. There's a strategy to guessing where the ball gonna roll at?
So earning $31 billion a year through gambling. You wonder where the Kick head offices are? They're in Australia. But apparently, he found out that this YouTuber was a huge gambler. And even though apparently Milad didn't really dabble with gambling that much, sure, he was down to join in for fun.
This person loved to gamble, and even though I'm not a huge gambler, I wanted to because I thought it would be fun.
Now, when Milad was asked how much he was willing to gamble, obviously you should set some kind of limit. I know the meme of the man digging through the hole.
Loved one of the best photos of all time. I always say this.
And there's diamonds right there. Never quit gambling. You're always one slot away from winning. But again, you probably should still set limits. I mean, personally, I don't really gamble myself. Maybe I'll go to a casino with friends like once a year or something like that. But I know for a fact that I will lose all of that money. But obviously, you just have fun doing it. You try and space it out as much as possible. I've never seen a casino as a way to make money. It's just to lose money in a kind of entertaining way. I say that, by the way, and then one night I'll probably put $10 down, turn it into $10,000, and instantly become a gambling addict. I actually think the only time I've like bet in my life online, because I know online gambling is a very slippery slope. There's a lot of convenience there. You don't even need to leave the house or the apartment. Was the Logan and KSI fight, and I basically made all the wrong bets because KSI ended up winning. So Milad set a limit of around $200 because at the time he wasn't really that big of a creator. I mean, to be fair, he was only really 2 months into his career, so there wasn't.
Sports betting is so, bro. Sports, I don't like that, bro, because you know, we all know it. It's you put money on the under, and they end up having the best game of their career, or you bet the money line on a team just for them to be winning, and it's looking like you're gonna win, and they're beating them by 30 points in the second quarter. Then you're like, oh, this game's over. You tune back in, and now it's tied up 110-110 just for the Rockets to end up beating the Hawks last minute for you to cash out at $700-something. Sounds pretty specific, right? That's because it happened.
Really much money around then.
So they asked me how much I wanted to gamble, and I recommended that we gamble maybe $200 because, well, I'm not trying to lose a lot of money. And keep in mind, this was literally 2 months into YouTube, and before this, I had never made money in my life. This person literally laughed at me.
And apparently, Milad was laughed at for setting the limit at $200. And then this specific creator that he still hasn't named yet said to him, how much do you have in your Coinbase account? Obviously, for those who don't know, Coinbase is basically like one of the biggest crypto trading platforms in the world. And at the time, Milad said he basically had around half a Bitcoin, which was around $21,000.
Asked me how much I had in my Coinbase account because they knew I'm a Bitcoin guy. I had 0.57 Bitcoin in there, which at the time was around $21,000.
And the worst thing is, if Milad actually kept that Bitcoin in his account, it would now be worth over $100,000. So this YouTuber again that Milad keeps saying but not actually naming asked him,
one of my biggest regrets, bro. I'm sure it's a lot of people's, but I remember I was working at Home Depot when I was 18. There was this older guy. Damn, I wonder what he's doing now. Damn, I never thought about this, but this older guy, and he was my dog. He was like that old. Have you ever seen not Bad Grandpa, but like Bad Santa? That actor that played Bad Santa. He reminded me of him. We worked in the lumber department. Older white guy. And, you know, he used to curse niggas and complain. But he rocked with me because I actually put work in. And I remember he would tell me, Bitcoin, get Bitcoin, get Bitcoin, get Bitcoin. He would always tell me, get Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin. And it was like one of the last days I saw him, he cursed out our manager and left. And he never saw him again. But he told me to keep getting Bitcoin. And I was like, okay, I will. But I just never did it. And now he's probably off somewhere with his feet kicked up.
To send him the Bitcoin, and he'd use it in gambling, and even if he lost, he'd pay him back.
They told me to send all of it and that they would pay me back. Now, normally, I would never in a million years ever agree to this, but I really trusted this person, and he was a massive creator, so I agreed and sent the money.
Now, obviously, this is one of the biggest red flags imaginable. Bro, just give me some crypto. I promise I'll pay you back. I mean, you can even say that with real world money. Bro, this guy you just met, just give me some money.
You're green as hell, bro.
He is green. I guess it was a mix of, like, you know, seeing a bigger creator and hoping to, you know, get another collab or something like that.
Doesn't matter.
So he basically abided, gave him the Bitcoin, and much like anyone in the casino, the loss happened, and it happened very quick. In about 5 minutes, the $21,000 evaporated.
I'm not even kidding. Within 5 minutes, they gambled away all of my money, but I was completely okay with it because I was like, I'm gonna get this money back.
But obviously, he was promised that he would be paid back by the creator, you know, if the money was lost. So Milad claims after the collab wrapped up, after it was finished, everyone went home, and then he asked for the Bitcoin back, and there wasn't any kind of response. He reached out again, apparently, and no response.
So I go back home and I reach out for my Bitcoin the first time.
Why did he... This is why it's hard for me to... Well, I mean, people are this green. Especially people that haven't been through a lot. We wouldn't have left the house. The building, we wouldn't have left the building. That everybody in that moment, the world would have stopped for everybody. And if I didn't get that money, you're being held hostage here. You better. I'm collecting phones. I'm treating this like a hostage situation, bro. Like I broke into your crib and I tied you up. Give me the phones. Everybody tied up. Where the money at, bro? Where the money at? Where the money at? Where the money at? No, I ain't hearing nothing. Nothing's being heard. Where the money at? We gonna be in here fighting hard. There's no way you can leave. You're gonna have to. I hope you know how to. I know you hope. I hope you know how to fight, and I hope you got guns, because you're gonna have to kill me before you leave the crib without sending me my bread. Every last down to the cent, bro. You're not leaving. I mean, I'm gonna pay you back later. It's not happening, bro. I need the money.
No response. The second time, no response. I reached out about 5 more times before I realized, oh, I just got completely bamboozled.
He basically asked to have the money lent back to him with the understanding that he'd get like around 5 times. And again, no response. So Milad is now down $21,000. Again, he got basically the collab of the century, but still being down over 20k, not really the best look. Now, if you check the comments of this video, it wasn't actually pulled, unlike the other one that I'll talk about soon. And people really want to know who this creator is because he wasn't named in the video. Like, there's one guy here saying, dude, it's your moral responsibility to say something.
Thank you. It's your masculine responsibility.
This guy has access to tons of other small creators that won't be as lucky as you to recover from this. It's your duty to stop it. And then Milad basically heard people's concerns. He saw the comments. He definitely saw the views on the TikTok and thought to himself, okay, you know what? Let's make a sequel and actually name drop this person. Now, again, this video has been deleted at the time of recording, but the original one still alluding to him is still up. And also this video is...
MrBeast came through with them lawyers and did him dirt. Delete that or your family is gone. Delete that or your family is nowhere to ever be seen again. Do it. I dare. It's over with for you. Delete that video.
Been obviously re-uploaded basically everywhere. So it basically opens up with this like moral obligation that he has to name drop this creator, even though he apparently had no intention of doing so previously.
Yesterday, I told a story about how when I was 2 months into YouTube, I had a big YouTuber collab with me that invited me over his house and gambled away all of my Bitcoin, promising that he would pay me back, but he didn't. Now, I had zero intention of name dropping this person, but I now believe I have an obligation to keep this dude accountable, because if he did this to me, he's probably done it to many others.
And again, who is it? Who do you think it is? It's the title of the video. It's the only reason you clicked on this video. It's MrBeast.
It was MrBeast.
So apparently MrBeast was the person who gambled this guy's Bitcoin away.
Yo, MrBeast, low key, he sound like he gangster, like mob junk. Like, bro, come on, bro, gamble, bro. Let's gamble that 21 racks. I'm gonna get you on the back end on that. Yeah, for sure, MrBeast. Cause it's the thing. I ain't gonna lie. MrBeast saying that to me. I ain't gonna lie, guys, and we gotta be real with each other. If MrBeast came up to you right now and said, "Yo, bro, you got 21 racks? Let's gamble it. I'm gonna pay you right back." That's gonna be a hard one not to believe. That's gonna be a hard one to be like, bro, there's no way he's gonna finesse me and not give me my money. Oh God, that's gonna be a hard one. Thing is, though, we're not leaving till I get. Y'all remember that one dude? I don't know if y'all was in this situation, but that dude that somebody took. Where my phone at? He looking for his phone. Where my phone? Hell no, ain't nobody leaving here until I see where my phone at. Who got my phone? And they doing checks. Who you know who? Nah, you ain't leaving here, bro, until you give me my 21 racks.
And then basically ghosted him and never paid him back. So he does try to give it a little bit more context.
But then again, that person that did that phone thing, he never really got to check everybody. He only checked certain people. Certain other people he wouldn't want to check. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes plenty people got to leave, but he was on it though.
Here, the collab he apparently did was like baking 50,000 cookies for MrBeast's philanthropy channel. And there is a version of this uploaded both on MrBeast's philanthropy channel and Milad's own personal channel, like his perspective. So this video did happen. And this was all the way back in like June 2021. So to give some context, MrBeast was doing a food drive because in this one town, 35% of people that lived there were under the poverty line. Oh my God, that voice. Ooh. Ooh. Let's not do that again.
Let me explain. We're gonna drive out to a small county where 35% of the people live below the poverty line. And we're literally gonna give out food to any family that needs it.
So initially, they were just going to give like any family that shows up 3 boxes of food. But now with Milad on board, who's known for like baking and cooking, he was going to give away 50,000 cookies on top of that. And MrBeast kind of makes it out that Milad kind of did this like of his own volition, even saying like for whatever reason, Milad made all these cookies. I'm guessing that was just like part of the narrative because Milad does actually say that MrBeast reached out to him.
Wait, but this food drive's a little different because this TikToker right here, Milad, for whatever reason, felt compelled to bake 50,000 cookies and donate it to Peace Philanthropy.
Milad says that to make 50,000 cookies, it took him 4 days in the kitchen. He also had to pay for his flight in North Carolina, where the shoot was taking place. Because as you know, that's where MrBeast, I guess the Beast compound is, the breast compound.
He invited me over his house after I spent 4 days straight in a kitchen making 50,000 cookies for his charity. Bought tickets to fly out to North Carolina.
And on top of that, he had to basically pay for the ingredients to, you know, make the cookies.
Damn! MrBeast. Baby, MrBeast, I'm not saying this is the right way to look at it, but MrBeast probably thinking it from the perspective of, you in my video. You in my MrBeast video. I'm helping giving you hand. This a MrBeast cosign. Watch how much you gonna make that X times 10. I ain't giving him nothing. I ain't helping him with nothing. This is I gave him a chance, opportunity. That's what he's saying to Chris Tyson or whatever buddy name is now, and Chandler. I gave that nigga opportunity. That bitch ass nigga.
Fucking bitch!
Right, Chris. My name's not Chris anymore. Oh, right, Chandler. No. What's that one nigga? What's the other little white boy name? You feel me?
And that apparently cost him around $10,000.
And spent $10,000 of my own money.
Gosh,
on
he's 31,000 in the hole right now.
He told me to send him all the Bitcoin in my Coinbase account and gamble it away in under 4 minutes.
I mean, you'd think if it was a collab, Milad would have had like his flights paid for, the ingredients paid for. I'm kind of surprised that he wasn't, but then again, I guess Milad.
Now Milad is green though. Milad is green now, for sure. He's green because he ain't bring none of this up. Yo, that's a lot of cookies. You know, it's gonna cost a lot. It's gonna cost about this much. You gonna get me right? How we gonna do this? How we, you know what I'm saying? He just going off strict vibes, and that's his issue. So he needs to learn from that.
Had a lot more to gain here than Jimmy
God was
did,
teaching him a lesson
hosting
here.
Someone for a small segment in his philanthropy video. So I guess to not make the collab totally free, he basically had to pay his way there and pay to actually have the appearance via buying the ingredients himself. Now, he also claims there were like loads of witnesses to this as well, but like apparently most of them were like friends of MrBeast, so they won't come out against him. But one thing Milad does show is a transaction history from his Bitcoin wallet.
There were many witnesses, and this is the transaction. You gotta love the blockchain. It doesn't miss a thing.
And this is one thing I've noticed about MrBeast is a lot of people can come out about him and basically say anything they want, and people will just kind of run with that. Some of it in the past definitely has stuck to the point that he has actually had to come out and address things. But then there are situations like this where there isn't really too much proof shown apart from like a singular transaction and just a story time with no screenshots, and people will still run with that as well. Now, Milad, while he's doing sandwiches in this short, he basically addresses MrBeast directly and apparently told him, again with no proof, that he needs to start making gambling content.
I need you guys to understand the position I've just put myself into. I essentially am going against an audience of 1 billion people, and many people will be coming after me and trying to tear down what I've built because I now decide to choose to tell my truth. They'll call me a liar, they'll call me a clout chaser, they'll do anything to discredit my truth, but I don't care. If something's scary but it needs to be done, you need to do it scared, and right now I'm... Yo,
this nigga, bro, MrBeast got so much stain. He got scared, bro. It's scary. Like it's like he going like, I'm scared to do this and post this. You know what I'm saying? He ain't want to do this. He didn't want to say that name. He just wanted to tell a story. He didn't want to say the name, but everybody in his comments, and he's like, well, maybe I can't get my 21,000 back. They about to come through and smack that. We need 100,000 from you now for telling this. defamation of character.
Honestly, as I speak these words, I'm pretty terrified. I'm not scared of you, Jimmy. I'm scared of your money, and I'm sure there's many other victims terrified to tell their story about this guy too, but I empower you to do so. Now, this part of the video is for you, Jim. I know you're watching. You're probably really mad, but Jimmy, this is exactly what you told me to do, remember? You looked me dead in the eyes as you gambled away my Bitcoin and told me that this should be the content I make, and well, here we are.
Milad also says that he doesn't want an apology and he doesn't actually want the money back. He apparently just wants his story to be out there so people know that MrBeast did wrong.
I don't want my money back. I don't want an apology. I want you to know that what you did isn't right, and I want you to really think about what you did to me. If there's
do you think he give a fuck about that little 21,000 bro? You think he care about that? Bro, he's revealing himself. He's gangster, bro. He's not stunting that.
You may have done wrong. I ask you to repay those people in silence. I don't want you to text me. I don't want you to address this. You might even want to send me a defamation case. At the end of the day, you can do whatever you want. You're your own man.
And then, like many of these videos calling out MrBeast, he hints at like a much deeper rabbit hole to dive into. Again, without really giving much like context or anything.
But the rabbit hole goes much deeper, and I don't want it to go there. I know there's many people in your organization that make a living, and I don't want to affect those people.
Now, the real question here, is this true? Did this happen? Or did it come to him in a dream? Well, apart from the screenshot that Milad shows showing the Bitcoin account, there wasn't really any updates or evidence at all. People actually ended up looking up the Bitcoin wallet address shown in the video and who the Bitcoin was sent to. And it does show that that transaction was actually made in May 2021, which was a month before the collaboration. That being said as well, though, if you look at the account, there is basically zero history of it at all, implying that MrBeast might have made the account just for like a singular transaction and then basically never touched the account again. Now, in a bizarre turn of events, Milad actually ended up taking down this video calling out MrBeast. And again, the original video alluding to him is still up.
Yeah, cause okay, that's fine. You can talk, you can say what you want, you know, this is alluding. Once you say my name and something, all he did was he takes it Milad. He didn't even say no, he didn't say, yo, bro, what the fuck? He ain't say none of that. He sent a picture of his family, his ma Dukes, his pops, little sister, little brother. You know what I'm saying, dog? He just sent a picture of them having dinner one night from across the way, across the street. He took a picture of them all in the window, smiling and took a picture and said, "Take that video down. The one. You don't even take the other one down. Take that one where you say mention my name again, nigga. Let's see what happened to you." That's what happened. I'm telling you. And then everybody, he said, yes, sir. Then he said, no, don't call me yes, sir. He said, yes, Beast. So then he edited the message and he said, yes, Beast. Then he said, send me a video of you on your knees begging, saying, please, MrBeast, please, MrBeast. He did it. He sent some. He took that video, put it in a hard drive, put it away, and said, okay, now keep playing with me. This is going to get released. I'm going to get my AI team to do all types of things to you. You know what I'm saying? On this video. And keep playing. We're going to take it to that next level. I'm going to see about your family.
On his account. You can go watch that now. So you've got a video of alluding to a YouTuber, but the one naming the YouTuber, it got nuked. Now he did address why the video was taken down, but it was in like a really strange and bizarre way. There wasn't a follow-up video. There wasn't a big tweet made addressing everything, but there was an account with 8 followers and they put out a tweet in the Twitter community called Justice of Milad, which they're an admin for. They're like one of 2 members. Basically, you know, doing a quick summary of what Milad was saying in the video, and the tweet only got like 1,800 views, 13 likes. It just went completely under the radar. I'm not saying because a tweet didn't blow up it's like less reliable, but it's just showing that the thought patterns here are a little bit bizarre, because Milad actually chose this tweet to reply to saying, hey, it was a misunderstanding and I deleted the video, which again, like, that brings more questions than answers.
My bad, man. That didn't happen. My bad, y'all. Come on, bro. It was a misunderstanding. Yeah. That's what people say whenever something traumatizing just happened.
Where did the misunderstanding come from? You seem pretty certain that you gave him $20,000 worth of it. Well, over $20,000 worth of it.
You were there.
He gambled it, and you never got it back. and he ghosted you. I mean, again, Milad made that video, like, even calling out MrBeast by name. So he must have been pretty confident in, like, the evidence that he had, or the proof, or, like, you know, his recollection of events. I mean, in the video that he took down, he even ends it with, like, a middle finger saying, "F you, MrBeast."
But I'm talking to you right now, Jimmy. Only you for what you did to me.
So I don't understand how it's gone from, like, hating this guy to then switching up and saying, "Oh, it was a misunderstanding. I had a dream. I had a dream where you gambled $20,000 worth of Bitcoin." I mean, there could be, like, a myriad of reasons here. Milad could have been lying for views and for clicks, even though that doesn't really... I don't believe that theory, personally. But
it don't really align with what he got going on. She makes sandwiches. I need some more views on this. MrBeast, he robbed me.
Okay. Again, you say misunderstanding, and it's... What misunderstanding?
It's eerie, ain't it?
That's such a bizarre thing to say. Like if you said something like, you know, Jimmy reached out to me in the DMs, I got paid back, or I sorted it, because, like, right. MrBeast in the past has, like, as we've seen, reached out to people personally through DMs, you know, to try and, like, sort out beef, or to communicate with people in kind of a more private manner, not tweeting at them publicly. But I don't understand, like, was there a contract that was signed saying, like, you couldn't ask for the money back or something like that? Or maybe even the MrBeast lawyer team hit him with a cease and desist. But again, I find that so hard to believe. Like, I really wish I had, like, a good conclusion here. I wish I could say, oh, this happened or this happened. But, like, you know, you make a claim about MrBeast basically, like, scamming you out of 20K, and then it's like, oh, it's a misunderstanding. I'm just so silly. I'm just so silly. So what's the moral of this video?
Yeah, don't let, if MrBeast gets you, he got you. If he gets you, he got you. It's over with. That's all. That being said, we go, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. We gone. Edit Lad on.